me, Dave from comedy. Hi. I hope you guys are having a good week, good time. I'm having the best week of my life. 3 days ago, I just sold my first screenplay.
Wow!
Far and away best thing I've ever written. It's a political drama. It's about a Native American who runs for president. Right now, working title, Commander-in-Chief. And the protagonist's name is Runs for President. I'm not content to sit on my laurels, though. I'm already on to the next project. Tomorrow I start production on a documentary about hipster bodybuilders called Pumpin' Ironing. I'm sorry that I started with 3 puns in a row. We are at the Wordplay Bookstore. Thank you, thank you. I feel bad about that. I'm from Long Island, which is New York enough for this bit to work, you know? And I've been living here for 7 years, and you know what? I resent the New Yorker stereotype of like the world's rudest, meanest douchebags. I think it's gone a little bit too far, and it's time for us to reel it back a little bit. There are ads that are currently running in the subway that say, "Wanted, New Yorkers tough enough to be caring dogs." Which means that somebody at an advertising agency somewhere thought that the best way to get New Yorkers to study medicine was, "Yo, I bet you won't be a doctor, you pussy! Go ahead, study medicine, you won't! You think you're an osteopath? You look like a little bitch! Can't saw these bones? I don't know if you know an osteopath is like a bone doctor. I learned that yesterday." You know, like, on one level I resent it. On the other hand, I really want to know if that would ever work on anyone. And if it does, I certainly hope that I'm there to watch it work. I'd imagine like 2 real stereotypical New Yorkers are walking through like Port Authority or something. One of them sees the ad and he stops and he says to his friend, like, "Yo! You see this shit?" His friend's like, "Forget about it, Tony. You don't know nothing about no medicine." "Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know no medicine, but nothing, I'm the toughest dude you know." "Look, Tony, I'm not trying to start nothing with you. You're tough, everyone knows that. You just might not be caring doctor." "I'm not caring, Dr. Tough? Me? Are you fucking kidding? I will prove it to you. You know, pending my MCAT scores, and if you could loan me like $200,000 and then wait 4 years. Next time you see me, I'll be Tony Knuckles, MD." And his friend's credit is like, "Tony, you don't even know what MD stands for." "It stands for motherfucking doctor. I know what MD stands for." And shit. "You don't think I'm caring? Me, Tony Knuckles? Get the fuck out of here. I am so tough that I will go to my patients' homes, and I will sit by their bedsides, and I will read them Shel Silverstein poetry until they fall asleep. I'll show them where the sidewalk ends!" I was gonna say, if an elaborate Shel Silverstein bit does not go over here, I gotta get rid of it. That's a pretty whack subway ad. My favorite subway ad of all time, though. It ran from, I think, February to May of 2013. It was an ad for Trident, and it just said, "Trident, see what unfolds." It's gum. It's gonna be gum. It's gonna be gum every time. No guesswork involved. While we're not at all on the subject, this is I got kind of weirded out a little. So a couple months ago, a young lady and I made sex, and you know, and I'm real old-fashioned when it comes to the romance, but in this particular instance, we happened to have made said sex after only 2 dates, right? So obviously I didn't know her very well at all. But what I can tell you is that she was a very sweet girl, and she was very polite. I don't think she cursed once on either date. And that's why I was so unprepared for when in the middle of sex, she looked me in the eyes and said, "I want you to hurt me." And I'm not a violent man. But I had to think quick, you know, because don't want to lose the heat of the moment. So I leaned in real close and I whispered, "Okay, well, I'm probably never going to call you anyways." I didn't do that. No, I'm a nice guy. I'm a very nice guy. I would never do that. But so I find myself in this awkward situation because you got to understand, even though I don't want to do it, I only have two options. Option A, hurt her. Option B, disappoint her. I had to think quick, and you know, I used to date a girl who was like really into being choked, like during sex, not like whenever. And you know, my hands were already like right there. You know, and I had to think quick, so I just, you know, slid them over and gave a little chokey poo. You know, because I'm a nice guy. I choked her, I'm a nice guy. And I'll never forget what she said next. It was like poetry. It was perfect. She said, "Oh, no, wait, no, I'm sorry. No choking. That's like I want it." Puts me in a real bind. Look, everybody is different with sex. You know, we all got our own preferences. My personal preference, I prefer to not have to play trial and error with very effective sexual violence. It's fun, you know, it's so cool being in a book. I love the English language. I think the English language is handed down the dopest language in the world, and anybody who says otherwise is a pendejo, alright? But it's a living, evolving thing, language, and so, you know, in the hands of dumb people, the language suffers. Like, you know what really fucked with English? All the morons in the pioneer days of America who named their new town, Newtown. How did they put less effort into naming their new town than I did into naming my genitals? For the record, it's Jones Garcia, Lieutenant Dangle. They probably named their firstborn children Baby. It's just, you know, like, you know what's a good use of English? Alright? Merry-go-round. Because that's what it is, and that's what it does. You guys, I'm Dave Bergmann. Thank you so much.